Oh, hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Wheel of Dicey. That's right. We've delved into the deepest, darkest place of the internet to pull this one out of my butt. Wheel of Dicey. This is an iffy one. I'm just gonna lead off by saying this is an iffy one. So there isn't really a way to do the Wheel of Dicey in game. I am going to be massively BSing this as we go for your enjoyment. I'm going to kind of explain how this works so that you have a general idea. In Dicey, obviously you have 6 slots that you can put equipment. That if you have a double piece of equipment, that takes up 1 spot. So at minimum, we're going to have 3 things in our spins. If we spin 3 things and they're all large pieces, then we get those 3 things and we hop into our run. If they are small pieces, then obviously we can fit 6. There is going to be a kind of random combination of these. You may be going, hey Tyler, why not spin a set number of things and the rest go into your backpack? The answer is, it's not possible right now. The modding API, I basically had to write a mod to do this so we can add items to a character. Here's kind of how it works. If we hop into Dicey itself, it appears my transition just like totally botched up right there. If we go into Dicey itself, if you hold down shift on the main menu, it actually changes the credits to be editor. And this is basically a full editor for each character where you can give them items and you have all of the items listed in the game here. So I can give him absolute 0, for example. We take it. Now, I can't go into a run like this, which is incredibly disappointing in my opinion. And it would be sick if we could actually have a standard normal run from here. But then if we go and we go like back, we can change to a random enemy. And then we could fight said enemy, kind of thing. Pretty straightforward here. But then the issue is once this fight is over, then you're kind of done and you're kind of stuck. So what I have to do is every time we spin an item, I have to go into the editor. I have to go to here, go to here, go to here, find said item, make sure it's a small or if it is in fact a large, and that way we know whether or not we're getting all of the appropriate materials. Without further ado, we're gonna spin the Wheel of Dicey. We're gonna start by getting the character, because another thing is that the Jester is a very weird case for this because he can actually hold significantly more stuff. I think he can hold like 9 things because they're cards, not items. So we would probably spin like 8 times for him. The Witch obviously can hold 6, so we would spin 6 times for the Witch. It's very finicky. The game was not meant to do this in the slightest. And luckily we're gonna get a fairly easy one to decipher here in the Thief. So, let's get spinning on the old Wheel of Dicey. A lot of good stuff on here, including the Wheel of Gungeon and the Wheel of Slay the Spire, because at this point, why not, dude? There's a lot of funky stuff going on in this wheel. And we're starting off with the Wheel of Poison. Now, most poison items, I'm not going to lie, they're pretty small in terms of their size in the game. So we will take a look, and we will see that we are going to snag Licorice, which, if we head back to Dicey Dungeons here, we will find that Licorice is, in fact, a big one, which is unfortunate, is all I'm going to say. So we are now constricted to having one of our big slots be Licorice. That's okay, though. Life will go on, I think. Let's spin again, figure out what our next item is going to be here. So we are the Thief, and we have Licorice. Let's head on over to the Wheel of Swords. Many of these swords are going to be big slots as well, so we might get a little bit unlucky. I'd rather have a bunch of small things than a few big things in our deck. I do know for a fact, I mean, Dagger, that's an initial item as the Thief, so that actually works out pretty well for us. Dagger is a small slot. So we have a big and a small. We can fit 3 smalls or a small and a big. And if you can't fit something, you just re-roll is going to be how we do it. So back to the Wheel of Dicey. I want to snag some Wheel of Slay the Spire or Wheel of Gungeon just to get some uniqueness going in here. but that's okay. We're going to go to the Wheel of Magic. These are some pretty interesting spells and things usually used for the witch, but may in fact end up benefiting us as the thief. Cauldron's a little weird, I'm not going to lie, but it's okay. I believe Cauldron is a big boy in here because of the witch, although maybe it's actually small. It is small, okay. That's good to know. So we will, I switched over to Dicey. You didn't see it. Here, you know what? You can see it. It's right there. You see it? Cauldron. Do 1 damage, get 1 new die. That's some good stuff right there. Head on back to the wheel. And let's spin again. We got 2 full, like, rows filled. We got 1 more row to go. So 1 big or 2 smalls. We're going over to the Wheel of Food. I mean, there is actually a realistic chance that we pull Licorice again, which would be, it'd be weird. I'm going to say that. It'd definitely be weird. I really don't want that. You got to actually be frigged up kidding me. So we have 2 Licorices, Dagger and Cauldron. And that's our run. Okay, weird, to say the least. Very weird, but we will figure out how to make this work in-game. I'm going to set this up on the back end, which is involved with basically creating a mod for it, and I will see you guys momentarily. Okay, I'm going to be real. It took me like close to a half hour to actually do this, so you better freaking enjoy it, is all I'm going to say. We will play as the thief and do episode 1. And as a result of doing episode 1, which will give us the normal episode 1 dialogue, we should have Dagger, Cauldron, and 2 Licorices. Okay, so Dagger, reusable, max of 3. It's the standard starting thief item, so we're not too concerned. Cauldron, do a damage, get a new die. Okay, and Licorice, 2 to add 2 poison. These are actually, like, really, really good cards for us. They are normally witch items, I believe, which makes them... Or actually, no, they're normally... I think they're normally jester items, which then makes them, like, even better for doing the snap on the jester or the discard on the jester. Wow, this guy, like, literally bodied us on the very first turn. He rolled about as good as any one human being can actually roll. Unfortunately, he's dead, so it's a little bit of a moot point. A lot of people tell me, you know, Tyler, you're clinically insane with the whole wheel business. So you can take all of your the equipment because you have to, but then you can only use 2 that you find per normal wheel rules, and we can take anything from shops and use those as well. So we're going to end up with basically a lot of crap by the end of this, is what I'm saying. I have no interest in using leather armor. I don't think that item is really all that good at all. But who knows? There may be a time where we want to slip in one of our items in a, you know, situational situation. That is definitely a solid phrase right there, the situational situation. And who knows? I mean, that might be, in the end, a solid play for us as one of our uses of those 2 items that we can get from the wheel rules. Wheel rules, they stay pretty standard throughout this. So you will die from the poison, which makes me a very happy man. These initial floors are probably going to be very easy because we have a little bit of extra heat sitting on the back end right now. But that's not an issue, you know. We will see things get much harder, I'm sure. And I mean, luckily we got a roll that is basically... I mean, dude, you might as well do this, because that's pretty strong. We could turn into the bear, which is then just... I can't even comprehend how weird that would get on this one. I might do it if given the opportunity, though. Okay, you haven't given me the opportunity, but I will inflict the 8 poison. I will smack this, and then I will... Well, let's see. If I hit you, it doesn't kill you. I think that I will just do this and then just do this to ensure you die. It's a little bit of a weak play, and I understand that. The unlucky roll, look, it has a lot more value when you're using it in a situation in which you might actually die from it. But I think that this is fine, you know. I don't feel too bad about the course of action that we took there. So these ones, they're a little bit useless right now. Twos are kind of our big boy here. If we can roll twos, those are cream of the crop good. And we do get a little bit of a reroll. But this is a pure poison run. When life hands you 2 licorices, you go for it. I'm not a big licorice guy. At least not black licorice, which, you know, many people will tell you is the only licorice. I will do this, actually. We kill you if we do that, so that's kind of my reasoning here. You, my friend, are so dead, it's ridiculous. Not a big licorice guy. Black licorice is kind of... I don't care for the anise flavor, unless I'm, you know, eating a big old bowl of pho. I will take poison needle, absolutely. And then it makes you wonder, you know, is poison needle one of those things? Basically, it's a boss item, so it counts as one of the 2 items that we can slip in on our run. I think I'm going to stick with this for now. But we'll see. Shops are fair game, and I'm going to sort things in my inventory. Duplicate is so friggin' good, dude. Counterfeit is such a very strong item, but honestly, it doesn't work super well in the deck that we have. That said, I mean, it's almost always good. I'm going to sort my items based on ones I get from shops and ones I get from bosses, just so we can kind of see what we can slip in and out freely throughout the run. Some good old weird wheel tactics. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I am the superior wheel god and, you know, bow down to me kind of thing, because this is one of the weirder wheels that I've ever worked with. The fact that the game's modding API is actually so terrible, I shouldn't even say it's terrible, is non-existent right now, is a bit of the issue. And that I shouldn't put that as a knock on them. They just haven't done it yet. They have every intention to do it. It's just not available yet. So I kind of jumped the gun in creating this, which, I mean, that's my bad in the end. And I do sincerely apologize for doing so. I just wanted to, get the old Dicey Dungeons wheel on out there. It's just you may not see this often, is what I'm saying, because it is very, very finicky to work with right now. So a healing crystal, I'm happy to have it. Counterfeit is never going to stay at the bottom of my thing, which is frankly just rude. But we'll remember that counterfeit is one of the ones that we picked up that is semi-normal. I don't know what the upgrade to licorice is, but if it makes it smaller, boy, that would be a phenomenal, phenomenal one for us to do. So we'll throw some poison in, just smack you around a little bit. We got no defense. This is a very, very linear run right now in terms of what we do. It's get as much poison as humanly possible. This is one of those weird scenarios where you'd rather do it like that just to get a little bit of extra damage output on him. He's basically dead on the next turn. So he'll do 4 and then another 2. It's not great for sure, but it is quite okay. Give me a 3. That's good enough. See you later, Mr. Pirate. You're 1 away from leveling up. I think I will do this still, and then I do want to see. So Licorice becomes a 3 poison adder. Cauldron becomes a multiple use boy. Dagger just becomes significantly stronger. I think I'll upgrade a Licorice. I don't actually really think that's the best possible upgrade that we could have gone for. Licorice's upgrade, it doesn't seem that good. At least in my eyes, it doesn't seem that good. A 2 is phenomenal. Slip that in there, slip that in there, and then I just realized we should have absolutely used the 4 and not the 2, because that becomes very unusable. But that's okay. He's going to smack me for 4, followed by smacking me for 3. This guy's rude, by the way. I don't expect him to really help us in any way, shape, or form. But he's dead on the next turn, so it's kind of like, you know, who cares? And we level up, which means we're going to get to full anyway. Bing, bang, boom. Mr. Worldwide is a step in the room. 13 poison on you is It's just death is all that boils down to, really. So an extra die, always good. We will go for Haunted Jar. I want to try to get max level for sure. Only way to get max level in Dicey Dungeons is to fight every single enemy. The fact this guy has a blight is hilarious because we benefit so greatly from poison. That said, I'm never going to actually get that because that blight is not going to stay from turn to turn, most likely. His will, but mine won't unless I'm stealing his that's set down to 8. And the answer is, I mean, we'll never know, really. Let's do this. Wow. I mean, that's a very, very good turn to get 12 poison on this son of a gun. He's theoretically probably dead on the next turn anyway. We're getting 8 poison put on us, which ain't the best. That starts to chalk you for sure. But this is looking real good right here. And in fact, he is dead, 19 poison. He is strong against poison. I have been in the forgetting of that. And that's another 8 down on us. We would like to just straight up kill you, my dude. Unfortunately, that's the best case scenario for us to be in. Okay, I mean, it's okay. Our HP is not looking incredible. We will grab Lantern, which does not benefit us whatsoever. Counterfeit, there's still definitely something to be said for that. Our damage output actually might end up being higher, slipping out Licorice for Counterfeit. Let's at least try it on the next floor. We will see how that goes about working for us. If we can dupe 3s and just get Dagger to be... Yeah, like this is kind of what we want here. So that followed by a 5, and then it's just a matter of dumping extraneous damage into Dagger. Should have absolutely used Unlucky Roll here. There is zero reason not to have used it, especially knowing, I mean, you're taking a lot of damage here. You could have basically gotten another Unlucky Roll on top of that one. So that's pretty bad by me. Let's dupe the 4, which you might be like, Tyler, why? No real specific reasons, to be honest with you. Just figured it's better than duping the 1 in this scenario. She is dead, though, which is a big old blessing because that fight was looking a little bit dirty. A little bit dirty. But we're doing fine. Direwolf is strong against poison. Let's check out what our trade shop thing is first. So Dagger for backstab. It needs a 3. But each time we use it, it increases the damage. Boy, it's so dangerous, dude. It's funky. It's definitely funky. But we have no way to make that work. I can't really feel good about doing that at all. We might die here. And I don't necessarily mean against this guy because I have a feeling that we can probably get up there on this guy. That's very good. That's very good. And then this is just 4 damage. We can probably get up there on this guy and kill him. But then the issue is going to be the next guy because we are going to take some damage on this fight. So cursing him has 0 value to me. Well, that's not true. It has a lot of value to me. Let's dupe the 6 then and do a little bit of this. Add that poison. Give me a 3 or a 1. 3, 2, or 1. Those are all acceptable for me here. And he will not curse me again. And he got cursed. Yo, very good plays. Dupe the 3 because 3s are kind of the end all be all for us. Sadly, you don't get a low number out of it, but that's okay. Dude, we're gonna be fine walking out of this, most likely. I mean, that's 8 damage, more or less, on that turn that we had to deal with. But theoretically, we might be able to kill him here. It's gonna really depend on, yo, absolutely we're gonna kill him. He may be strong against poison, but 12 poison versus 1 HP is not a great spot for you to be in, my dude. Not a great spot for you to be in. We are 1 away from a level up. The issue is we gotta fight Snowman on 16 HP. Snowman's not necessarily difficult. He's Mr. Freeze Master. He's Mr. 101. Don't call me Freeze Master. Whatever he touches. Okay, well, I mean, literally the worst possible idea whatsoever to dupe the 6. I should have duped the 1 because we at least got value out of it. But he will only hit me for 8, which I say that as if it's a good thing. We're kind of in hell. Like, really, very in hell. Dupe the 1. We freeze one of his dice, which is a guaranteed 1 damage on me when you word it like that. Dump that into there. Please give me a low number. That's a low number. And then, I mean, boy, just crank him in, dude. I think we're dead. Not yet. I mean, this is 5 damage on us. I find it theoretically impossible that we survive the next turn. But, I mean, I guess we'll see, right? I mean, that's absolutely not going to do it. We need him to roll historically bad. That is not historically bad enough. We are dead. Okay, well, you know what? It was a good try. Maybe the duo licorice is not the best way to win a Dicey Dungeons run. Anyway, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the first episode of the Wheel of Dicey. Who knows the next time you're going to see it. I would really, really like if any of the devs watch this video. Please, please, please make it so that from the editor you can just do a run, because it would make life so easy for anyone wanting to test out. Oh, dude, I just crashed the game too. That's even worse. There's all kinds of funky stuff going on in there. Anyway, that is gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. You have a good day. Bye-bye.